This week you've been asked to generate the descriptive statistics to describe a set of data. In Excel, we will do this in two ways. The first way is using the built-in functions, and the second is using the data analysis toolpath. This video will demonstrate how to use the built-in functions. The syntax for each calculation is basically the same. The thing that changes is the function name. You will see that Excel has a variety of built-in functions. I've gone ahead in column E here, written out what those built-in functions are. And now I will demonstrate how they work. To generate the number or count the number of samples that we have, we will click on a cell and type the equal sign. That tells Excel it's going to actually do a calculation for us. We then enter our function name, in this case is count, C-O-U-N-T, open parentheses, and then we use our cursor or mouse to highlight the values that we want to count, close parentheses, enter, and it will return to us the number of values that we have. Similarly, we will do the mean, that's equals the average is our built-in function, open parentheses, highlight the cells, close parentheses, enter. To do the median, it's equal median, open parentheses, highlight our cells, close parentheses, enter. For the min, it's equal sign, min, open parentheses, highlight our cells, close parentheses, enter. For the maximum, it's equal the max, open parentheses, highlight our cells, close parentheses, enter. Now there is no built-in function for the range, so we must actually calculate this. This is going to be equal to our max minus our min. So we can actually have Excel do the calculation for us. So I'm going to type equals, and then I'm going to click on the cell that contains my max, type minus sign, and then click on the cell that contains my min. This tells Excel to take the difference between my maximum value and my minimum value. Now I'm going to hit enter, and it returns to me a range of 56. Next, to do the standard deviation, we're going to type equals. Our built-in function is stdev, open parentheses, highlight our cells, close parentheses, enter. For the variance, it's equals the variance, the var, var, highlight our cells, whoops, make sure you get them all, get the right ones, highlight our cells, close parentheses, enter. Again, coefficient of variation is another one we have to calculate, so we're going to say equals. We know that it equals our standard deviation, so I'm going to click on that cell. Divided by, so I use a /, our mean, and then times 100, so I'm just going to enter times 100. And if I hit enter, it returns to me a coefficient of variation of 47.3%. So we've generated these descriptive statistics for this set of data. So now, in order to generate the same data for the pulse, because I have the same number of rows, they're just in an adjacent column, I can highlight those cells, okay? And then I'm going to put my cursor in the bottom right corner. See right here how my cursor is a plus sign, but it's not filled in? When I put it in the bottom right corner, it turns into a black plus sign. And now if I click on that and drag my cursor over, it will automatically fill in the values for the pulse data. So if I click on a cell, such as the mean, I can see that here I have the average of B2 to B22. But when I click on the adjacent cell, I have the average of C2 to C22. So Excel has automatically filled in these values. The other thing we can use the built-in functions to determine are our quartiles and percentiles. So in order to do this, I have the same data here. I'm going to again use my built-in functions. Similar syntax, equals, now my function name is quartile, open parentheses, highlight my values, but now I have to tell Excel which quartile I want to know. So I'm going to type a comma, and for the first quartile, I enter a 1, close parentheses, enter, and it returns the first quartile. For the second, I enter equals the quartile, open parentheses, highlight my values. Now for the second quartile, I'm going to enter comma 2 instead of comma 1 because I want to know the second quartile, enter. And for the third quartile, same syntax, but now I'm going to enter a comma 3. close parentheses, enter, and it returns the third quartile. Finally, to do percentiles, my built-in function is percentile. So I have equals the percentile, open parentheses, highlight my data, and now I have to tell it which percentile. Instead of entering a 30, I have to enter a number between 0 and 1. So I'm going to actually enter 0.30, okay? So 30 becomes 0.30. Close parentheses, enter. To do the 77th percentile, open parentheses, highlight my data, all right, comma. Now I can't enter 77. I have to enter a number between 0 and 1, so I'm going to enter 0.77. Close parentheses, enter, and it returns my 77th percentile. So now, again, if I want to fill in the data in the next sheet, I just simply put my on the next column, simply put my cursor in the bottom right corner and drag over, and Excel will automatically generate the values in the adjacent column. So now you've learned how to use the built-in functions in Excel to generate your descriptive statistics.